You find yourself in the library once more. The scent of peppermint tea and old parchment tickles your nostrils. The fire in the grate crackles merrily, though you still cannot see it. It feels like such a long time since you last came here, but also hardly any time at all. Why is that? You suppose time moves differently here. Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Jaybird. Yes, it is me, the J Bird. I'm gonna just get snuggled up here. I have prom tomorrow. Oh boy, senior prom. Whew. I voted for myself for prom court and I didn't make it. I'm sad. I mean, not super sad, but come on, I can be a fucking prom queen. Anyways, it's you. Like horse shifts, her rocking chair creaks, the sound echoing in the relative silence. Do you wish to continue the story? Yes. The traveler belonged to a race that were renowned for their innate skills as herbalists. Perhaps it was because of their enhanced senses of sight and smell, but they were able to detect which plants were edible and which were not from afar. Were from afar, what? The traveler had been taught... We're not from afar, okay. What? What's that mean? The traveler had been taught the art of potion making from an early age. They had brewed simple concoctions at first, like cold medicine and sleeping draughts. What? But their repertoire, yes, I can speak, expanded when it became apparent they were even more talented than most. Now, with the traveler nearing their 24th year, ooh, I'm 23? Ooh, spicy. They made a living selling aphrodisiacs to dwarves and goblins. Their mother had thrown a fit when she had discovered. She had been dead set on the traveler inheriting apothecary back home. But the traveler had been firmer than a dick. There was, as it transpired, far more money in selling aphrodisiacs than there was stomach medicine. It's all a matter of numbers. I do what I can to survive. As the daughter of a merchant, you should know that much.
My father might have been a merchant, but he didn't dabble in filth!
And how do you know?
He wouldn't stoop that low. My father was a good man. He told me everything he did.
Everything? Daffodil's shoulders tense. She dipped her head, her lashes fluttering.
Well, maybe he did stoop that low. Lower even.
She sighed.
You are a total stranger, of course, and I hardly know you, but I suppose you shared a rather intimate detail with me, so, I can tell you a little bit about myself.
Oh boy. The traveler frowned, surprised by this turn of events. They had not imagined Daffodil would open to them, not while they were still wearing that hood. Why, then, was Daffodil suddenly so meek? Maybe she was lonely. It must have been lonely, living alone in the church, with only Madeline for company. The traveler had not asked because an opportunity had not presented itself, but they had not seen any other sisters. It was possible that they were asleep at this hour, but the pervasive atmosphere in the church was far too lonely and desolate for that. That tree sprouting from the stone floor by the altar was proof enough. You know, you don't don't need to tell me if you don't want to. I don't mind.
But I do. I want to talk.
I thought you didn't like me.
I don't like you. And I like you even less knowing your line of work. But I appreciate that you were honest.
How could you tell I was being honest?
You're an earnest person, I can tell. Not by your eyes, but by your voice. I don't need to see your face to know that much.
Does that mean you trust me?
I did not think of it like that, but maybe.
And you said Madeline was too innocent.
She is innocent, but at least she's never been tricked by a goblin before.
True.
Even if I wasn't going on an important business trip, I still wouldn't trust my welfare to a goblin. Of all the foolish things!
I know some goblins who are rather nice.
The ones who buy your wares?
Well, yes, those are business relationships, not personal ones.
And I should hope so too.
Honestly speaking, though their line of business did not distress the traveler, they did not want to mull at length over what their clientele was actually going to do with their wares. That was a mental image nobody needed. But now I have that mental image because I have a very vivid imagination. So thank you, game. Thank you for describing an image that nobody needed. Because now it's in my head. Anyways. Hold on, guys. I'm not feeling well. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys for a second. Because this is an honest, family-friendly channel. So I've been taking birth control pills for a month now. For the past 3 days I've had nausea problems, and right now I'm getting overheated. I'm feverish right now. I don't know if I'm getting sick or if it's just the hormone changes, because they did say it's gonna take 2 to 3 months for my body to adjust to the hormones. But I just got hit with a wave of lightheaded dizziness and feverishness. I don't have a headache, but my head feels weird. Feels like I could sorry. If you hear me just being that's probably why I'm either getting nausea or I'm just getting dizzy or something. But yeah, anyways, sorry. I just need to open up about that for a second. Let's just continue. Sorry.
Well, if you don't want me to tell you, I won't. I have no interest in interacting with somebody who isn't interested.
What? No, that isn't true. I am interested, I swear. Not only was the traveler curious by nature, but they were interested in Daffodil. Over a relatively short period of time, the young nun had endeared herself to them. She was an interesting girl, and the traveler wanted to learn more. Oh god, now I'm getting nauseous. Oh no! I don't want to be. I feel like if I burped right now, I might accidentally throw up. Oh, I can't burp. I think I'm dying, guys. This might be the last video for a while. I'm joking. Oh my god.
Well, where should I begin?
You could try the very beginning.
It's pretty good place to start.
Daffodil nodded her head, a faint smile curving the corners of her lips, and the traveler laughed. That was a quote from a popular musical. The traveler had managed to secure cheap tickets in Praline's capital a few months ago. They had not realized it was so popular it had also spread to Dakli. That was supposed to be a hun, but it turned into a snort. Oh, same thing.
Let's see. My father was a merchant, like I said.
Daffodil's voice dropped to a low whisper, reminiscent of a quietly flickering flame. The traveler, despite their enhanced sense of hearing, had to lean in just a little closer so they could pick out the subtle shifts in her tone. The rain outside continued to fall, sluicing. Is that a word? Is that a word? I don't think that's a word. Is that a word? That's a word.
Sluice.
Sluice. Sluicing. Sluice. Wash or rinse freely with a stream or shower of water. Sluice. Sluicing. That's such a weird fucking word. I don't like it. I don't like it! Sluicing down the stained glass windows. I learned something new today. Whee! Daffodil's story. Okay. And I'm already bored.
My mother died.
My mother died when I'm just gonna read it in my normal voice. I'm too tired to do it.
It's a papyrus.
I don't know why I'm doing papyrus. I should play. I'm planning on playing Undertale in 2020. So it would have been like 5 years since it came out, and see just how much I remember from it and how much, if it holds up still. That's what I'm planning to do. Oh god, delicious. Oh! We're going through changes. My mother died when I was a baby, during childbirth, I think. But I was not too upset about that because I never met her. Well, I know it sounds callous, but I never met her and I did not know who it was I was supposed to be missing. My father, oh god, is it gonna be like, oh, my father beat me because I reminded him of my mother and like I was the one who killed her. Ha ha ha. Ha. My father was upset by her passing, I suppose, but he was a busy man and maybe he was too overworked to mourn her properly. Or maybe he took on more work after she died so he would not need to think about how lonely he was after she was gone. That's depressing as fuck. I did not see my father very much. I was left in our family home with my governess and the servants, but I was not lonely. My governess, Bernice, was a very nice woman. She was young and pretty and she spoiled me. Ugh, spoiled me all you want, bitches. My father was rich, you see. Oh, I didn't see. No, I thought maybe you were just talking about random people, Fuck. Okay. He grew richer after my mother's death, and he instructed the governess and my servants that I should not want for nothing when he was away. What does that mean? Though I wasn't royalty, I lived like one. No matter how whimsical my requests, they were fulfilled. Oh, if I claimed I wanted a dress the color of the ocean waves or a bar... Oh... Too bad the ocean waves are kind of polluted at this point, but okay. Or a bard to play me the song of springtime on a harp when it was done. Oh yeah, nice. There was no expense spared. When my father died... Oops. When my father did return home, he showered me with presents he had brought back from abroad. Hey, which broad? Who's... Maybe that's why Dad was mourning. He was seeing some broads. Stupid jokes. I'm not okay. I had books filled with beautiful illustrations in languages I could not read, and a dress for every day of the year with a matching ribbon. Jewelry the likes of which you have never seen. I would like to say the gifts were immaterial, and all I really wanted was the love and affection of my father, but that was not so. Oh, you were a fucking little bitch then. I was a spoiled girl. I was accustomed to being spoiled through my childhood, and I liked the attention. Oh, you're an attention whore, okay. I guess that's why you're such a I thought that was the way things should be. Given I had everything I could ever want at home, I never went outside. Ooh. If I did leave the house, I was accompanied by Bernice, and we went shopping for new clothes or attended the theater. I don't know. I never had to do any household chores. I did not even have to dress myself. That is a little bit sad. You need some independence, man. At least put your own clothes on. At least put your own underwear on. I don't want some old ass lady putting clothes on me. That's fucking weird. Even if I was little, I wouldn't have liked that. I mean, if I was really, really little, like a toddler, then yeah, that's fine. But like, even in like elementary school, I was dressing myself. Okay. Yeah. Leave down in the comments when you start dressing yourself. Because I really need to know that information, you know? And then my idyllic life was destroyed almost in an instant. Oh no. I do not know exactly how it happened, but there was a series of poor business decisions. My father lost a good deal of his wealth. We were not destitute, not entirely, but we were a good deal poorer than we had been. My father had to sell much of my fine clothes and jewels, and the expensive gifts. We let more than half our staff go, and we sold our house. It was during these trying times that my father showed a side of himself I had never imagined. Oh no, he started beating you, didn't he? I could not believe it when he first asked me. I thought it must have been some kind of joke. Bad taste, yes, but how could he? How could he? Oh no. Oh no, did he have sex with her? What the Okay, now you're just being vague on purpose. I never thought my father capable of such a thing. As I have said, I loved and trusted him, but perhaps that was because I did not truly know him. We rarely spent time together, and because he always flattered my ego with gifts, I had allowed myself to believe he was the most wonderful man in the world. More wonderful than all my clothes and jewels and shoes combined. Well, I do not think he did it to hurt me. Oh, you're not talking about rape, are you? Oh, thank God. It's like I'm joking. It's like, joke's on you. He actually was talking about rape the entire time. Shit! It's probably just talking about, I sent her to live in a fucking church with Madeline. Well, I do not think he did it to hurt me. He did it because he wanted me to be safe and perverse though it may sound. I am sure he had my happiness at heart. My father's always put me first in his own way, but perhaps it was self-serving. He lavished me with gifts to fill a void in his heart behind my mother's death, but he was so maddened by the thought of providing for me, he never stopped to ask what I wanted. And he did not ask now. Maybe his selfishness was just a mask to hide his true selfishness. Oh no. What did he do? Oh no, now I have a feeling that it was talking about rape. Oh no. Oh no, no. Yes, please. Let's have a break. It's like I was worried about the rape thing this entire time. I don't fucking know. You do not wish to read any further? I see. Well, that is fine by me. This library will always be waiting. And it goes without saying that I will too. Lycora smiles at you. The smile is pleasant enough, you suppose, but something about it makes you shiver. I will bid you farewell until next time. Then everything goes black. 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 Well, guys, that's gonna be it for this episode of Once on a Windswept Night. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode and would like to see more of this game, then leave a like down below. Leave a comment down below. My foot's falling asleep. Share with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't. Ring that notification bell. And remember, die safely. Bye-bye.